Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
I was talking to one of my radio friends, and I was saying that radio is more when it doesn't have that camera in there, because I've seen all these guys go into video. I don't find it very interesting, because what happens with the mind? And I was saying to her, I go, when I first got into radio, I wanted to fill. The 1 second of pause just made me uneasy. Just like that. I always wanted to, it's like it was frantic pace. Keep talking, Kevin, keep talking. And then I said to myself, no. Radio is about pacing. It's about understanding that the audience needs time to absorb. Think about it. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Now, what are you doing? You're filling for me. Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's a Kevin Jackson Show. You're filling for me. I'm inside of your brain. I'm telling you things that I want to think about, but I'm letting you figure it out. Now, in the case of the Star Spangled Banner, which all of you sort of got the melody of it, right? You filled for me. I influenced you to fill it because you know that tune. But you know what happens in politics? I only give you a certain amount of things to think about. If I talk about trust, this is what I was explaining to my friend. I said, let's just talk about trust for a second. I said, that's something everybody wants. That's something you are programmed to need. As a child, you have to trust your parents, because in order to meet Maslow's basic needs, talking about you need food, clothing, and shelter, right? Your parents have to get it to you, and you have to trust. Take that away, and you're not a very trusting person. You become a skeptic. Remove the parents, and suddenly I'm a cynic. I'm wondering what's going on. It's all against me. Well, hey, where's your God now, Moses? Where's your God now? So Democrats, leftists, particularly black leftists, they don't learn how to trust much because they lose these very trusting people in their lives. They lose their parents. Many times it could be dad's in prison or dead, mom's a crackhead, working too hard. They can't trust. So that there's a basic thing there. But think about it this way. You want to trust, right? Who do you trust the most? Who are the people around you? The people you don't trust? Of course not. It's the people you trust that are around you. If you have a wife or a husband, the reason why you probably pick that person is because you know them and you can trust them. They're predictable to a degree for you, and so there's a trust factor. If it's a friend, oh man, if I got a problem, I can call old Kev. I can call him, man. He'll give me the truth, man. Maybe it's a boss. You could have worked somewhere else, but you chose to stay with this boss because he was predictable. You could trust him. You knew what he said went. Now I could go on. Situations that you've trusted. You ain't getting me to go by that alley. No, I'm not parking by that van. I can't trust the situation. Not going to happen. Who do you not hang around? Man, I was with that dude. He left me with the bill. I did that on a guy just recently. Yeah, I was in an airport and struck up a conversation with a dude, and I didn't realize my plane was about to take off, and I took off. And he was like, yeah, man, he recognized me, and we were talking about politics and all that, and they bring, I got to wrap it up. She brings me a to-go box. I take off, and boom, I'm on the plane. Guy sends me a note. Kev, you ran your check. It's like, what? So I said, hey, let me pay you for it. He says, don't worry about it. I took care of it. And I said, let me pay you for it. No problem. He's a great conversation, etc. I said, here's the deal. Send me your address. I'm going to send you something because I got to make sure you get something. You want to know why? Because I want that guy to know I didn't run that check. Even though I did. I didn't do it intentionally. But I want you to trust me. I want you to understand what I'm doing here. When I have benefactors that, thankfully now do a pretty good job of funding our projects. And, I tell them all the time, we keep everything separate in meticulous accounting. Because I want you to know when you come to look at the books on this deal, you'll know exactly where it is. We got a project launching. I told the guy, write up the proposal. He gave me salaries for people for $12,500, $13,000 a month or whatever. I said, take them out. I said, whoever runs that position will make no more than $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year. These are projects that people could make $150,000 a year. Not us. Not going to happen. I said, you're not going to get rich on our projects. Our projects pay your bills, but launch, and that's it. Our job is to get the word out. You can't do it for free, but you're not going to do it on a profit. And I want good people, but I want them to be dedicated to it. So he rewrote it. I said, if you're a principal in this organization, you'll probably be underpaid, because you shouldn't want to break that trust. So anyway, I was telling this young lady that we're talking about on radio, I was like, there's a thing about radio that lets people figure things out. That's a beautiful thing. Inside of those pauses, there's a story, right? And the more you explain yourself and how you came to be, and then you say, now figure it out. I'm going to give you a second. I just did. I gave you a second to figure it out. That's what radio does. That's why I love it so much. It truly is theater of the mind, but it's bigger than that. It helps you craft, this solution for things in your own way, with gentle nudges here and there. We're having a conversation. I don't hear your side of it. You're only hearing mine. But you know what? I'm interpreting you. And I'm building it from a lot of different experiences and things like that. And that's why I enjoy this so much. I really do. Wish we made more money at it. No lie. But that's okay. We'll figure that out. It's all God's plan, as they say. But the other thing I was telling her is, you want that audience to understand you and have an intimacy with you that's just based on you being you. And then we had a discussion, and I'm talking about us, the audience. Well, I've talked to you guys, and I ask you, what do you know about Obama? Not much. What do you think the left knows about him? What do you think they're going through right now? Do you think they know that they can't trust him? What do you think they're dealing with right now with Hillary Clinton? Do you think they can trust her? Of course they don't. They can't even trust themselves. That's the problem they're experiencing right now. And they want you to think you're in trouble, but they're in trouble. Short break.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.